Hello, welcome to the new project. And I've just started to really get all the wood cut. I've got a rough plan that I've sort of looked at, and it's a bit of a copy of a Pico plan as well, just a small part of it. So it's going to be a nice industrial layout, this one. And I've got all my boards cut ready, and just need to start sort of getting all this together. It's going to be about I think it's 8 foot by 4 foot. Might be slightly narrower on one of the boards because I want to put like a dock scene on there. So I'm going to have a change of that. But I've got 34 by 40. I think it's 34 by 44 mil. Battens that I'm going to do all on that. Not everything, when I was looking down it seems that straight because it's all softwood, so when you come to join the boards that's going to be fun. So I'm going to got an idea of how to make sure that they're going to join and they're not going to be sort of rocking around or anything like that. So but it's a double O gauge layout this time, so hopefully I can get a lot more locomotives running. So I will show you the layout of the idea that I'm sort of looking at. Right, just so you see the actual plan. As you can see, I've done a quick sort of draft of it in CAD. I only have the free version, so I've run out of track pieces that I can put on there. But it just gives you a basic idea of what it's going to look like, and you can see sort of the Pico photo, what I'm sort of basing it on, but it's not going to be identical to that. It's just using a few ideas from that, but it will have a high level railway at the back. I want to do that just as a shuttle service, so it's moving back and forth, you know, probably a class 121 or something like that, you know. And I think that would actually look quite good, just running back and forth on a viaduct at the back. And also then the viaduct will hide the track where it leaves the scenic area. So and now you can see that I have made these boards. You'll notice that I've not put any buttons on them on the inside just yet. I need to put a support on the inside, but I don't want to do that just yet until I know exactly where all the track and the points are going to go. Because what I normally always end up doing is put the button on there and then want to put a set of points exactly where that button is. So I'm going to change that this time. I'm going to do the layout how I want it to look, take all the track up and then add the buttons in, and then I know exactly where I'm going to put the points. Obviously I could put the buttons sort of about 2/3 down because I don't think I'll be putting any points there. It should all be scenic, but I just want to 100% make sure of that. I was saying before, a lot of this wood isn't quite straight, so I've to try and make sure that I can join these boards nice and even, I'm going to just get the circular saw, just take a small piece off each one before I put the metal dowels in to join them. And that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to trim these boards down so they're really nice and flush and flat, and they'll join each other. This is supposed to be like a portable layout, so I want to make sure that it can be, you know, transported into what room I want it to be, or if I need to move it. It's really easy. It's on 2x4 boards. Should be a nice portable layout. Obviously you're still going to need some reasonable size transport, because each one's going to be at least 1 foot high, with maybe a bit more on the backdrop because of the viaduct. But it'll be interesting how I can join the viaduct to try and make it look seamless as well. But that's yet to come. I mean, that's going to be way weeks away before I get scenery like that on. But let me get these cut so I can then start getting dowels in and then that joined up. Right, time for me to get these boards joined back together. And this softwood that I've been using, it's not the straightest. I've used the straightest pieces I could find when I was purchasing them, but I've had to use just a circular saw, just take a very small piece off on each where it wasn't that straight. Just using a guide on one side, and what I did is I just got my guide piece screwed onto there, circular saw, and just made sure it got a really good straight edge then. And what I have done is, not sure if that's coming out, but I've labelled each one up so I know which direction to go and which is the next board to be connected. And so when I clamp these together, they shouldn't have really much of a gap. There's a very slight gap there, but I think because they've been sitting around for a couple of days, so I roughly clamp them together just with these, and then put some proper clamps on and just make sure that they're all completely level before I put the dowels in. So put this back away, I won't be needing that. So I'm going to get me level and just make sure, just want to make sure all the boards are completely level. And what I've got some of these metal dowels, so they'll just go through the board, keep it aligned up, and then I've got some clamps to secure the boards together. Just make sure that they're not going to move around once I've got the track on. And I'm not sure if it came out earlier, but you can see the and I've just put one. I probably would have best put an arrow across there so I knew which way, but it should have gone 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 when you're doing it on 8 foot, so it's only 4 boards, but it's going to be slightly shorter because obviously I've taken a small piece off. So I'm going to get this one aligned up and then start drilling the holes. I want to make sure that these are completely level, so the main part is the face underneath. Just want to make sure that that is 100%. Also feel that. Use some proper stronger clamps. I can keep those on as well. And just need to do the same with the other side. We get around. A bit tight with space today. I'm going to just have a quick visual as well, so take these back off. And got to see a really good tight gap there. Not sure if that's coming out that well where the camera is, but yeah, that's pretty happy with that. That batten's slightly higher that end there. Those are completely flat. That was slightly. So that must have been bowing very slightly that way. But it is glued and screwed, so I will need to just sand a little piece of that off, I think, to make sure it is flat when it sits onto the desk itself. But underneath it is completely flat. So I'm just going to double check, which I am happy with. And I want to put, I'm just thinking about using 3. Downside to this is I was thinking about using 3. So 2 at the ends and then 1 in the middle. But the last board, I have only got 8 of these and I really needed 9, so I might have to just get some more. So I'm thinking, do I do it at 3 inch? So it's at 1, 2 and 3. Or do I need to do it nearer? Maybe exactly where that clamp is. So maybe 6 inches in the middle. So I'm going to mark the middle. And then 6 inches in off each one. Well, probably 7 inches then, because the clamp's in the way there. I'm going to do it at 6 and move the clamp. I think that will be the best option. I'm roughly 6 inches there, so I'm going to need to just drop these back off and then double check. Can't get the button pressed in to release them. There we go. Don't tighten that up too much. Just 100% double check again. Okay. And I'll do the same on this side. Now I just need to drill these holes. Stuck in these there. And these are an 8mm dowel and socket, so I've got a 7.5mm drill bit, and I think that press on the drill there, it should actually give me quite, looks like it's going to be quite straight, so I'm hoping that. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if I've got enough space to do that, so I'm going to come round on the other side and do it, so I've got a bit more purchase. sorry if I'm getting in the way there. It's just going through. So that should have gone through enough. But I bought these brand new, these drill bits, and they don't seem to be that sharp. Don't really need to drill a pilot hole with these because they do have the point for the wood drill. So, but yeah, it wasn't as easy to drill through as I was expecting. I thought these new drill bits would have gone through so easy. Through a lot better once I clean the drill out. So it looks like the swarf was stopping it. So just one more to do. These self-loosening chucks. Now, I'm just going to finish that one off again. There we go. Now these do seem to be a cheaper quality than the last ones I purchased. So, just try and tap them in nice and straight. Bit more. I'm just going to go along the rest of these, get them all in, and then put the female section on here on the other board. Now I've got all these in, I'm just going to do a slightly bigger table because it's only just wide enough. So I'm going to push those together, and it will have some clamps on either end, so I'm just going to temporarily pull them together at the bottom before I screw. That's nice and level. Feel anything. There is a slight gap between boards, but once I've got that ballasted, and it'll be hidden. This is the front side. This is actually a slightly better joint here, so it gives me enough room to get the track cut. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That should actually work out quite well. Now I'm going to carry on with the rest of these then, and I'll come back. You can see I've got all the boards there. I've just started to clamp it at the front, so I'll go back in and put my clips, and they'll just be and probably go this way round, and it will be just, and then tighten up, and that should be pretty good. The ones at the back I am actually going to put just on the board itself. The reason for that is I can't reach the back and if I try and put it up against something, obviously it's going to be a bit more difficult. So I'm going to put them there because the tracks are going to go around the back, the hidden fiddle yard, and probably going to be roughly about here, the scenic level anyway. So, and then I want to do a viaduct and a curve back on there. So let's get these in place. I've realised how big double O gauge is again. I haven't built a full size double O gauge for a long time. It's always been shelf layouts. And when you build a full size one, you sort of realise how big this is going to be. Alright, I need a pen to mark these before I screw those in. Here we go. And all I've done is I've just clamped it together at the bottom. Make sure everything's level, everything's sort of as close as I can get it. And I just need to get these in place. So I think I'm doing very well on this. So and what I'll do is I'll screw that one in first, and then I can get the other one in. Don't think I'll need to do a pilot hole. It's quite a soft wood anyway, and the really quite small screws. Make sure it's straight. Straight enough by eye, not too forced, but I could if I wanted to. I'll find the there we go. Absolutely perfectly straight now. And I want to make sure that this is as tight as physically possible. check that, take the clamp off. And just, oh well, and I need to screw the bottom one in as well. Let me get to that. It's moving slightly. That's a really good tight fit. So let me get a close up on there. So you can see really good, virtually no gap, exactly how I want it. So just come apart nice and easy for transportation, and you can put a pin in there as well if you want to. So I'm going to go round all the rest of the board, get all these fitted, and then I can look at the track plan. But I'm not sure if I've got enough track just yet. I might have to order some yet. But let me come back, and once I've got all these fitted, I'll show you that. Right, I've got all these fitted, and I've done it on exactly both sides. As you remember, I said I was going to do it on the board at the back, just on the top, but then I did make a decision. I'm just going to flip all the boards around, do exactly the same, so it's got all the clips, and then if I want to join the boards together easier, it's actually easier to just crawl underneath, clip them together at the back, than it is to try and reach over. And I was thinking, once I've got scenery on here and a backboard, I'm never going to find those ones at the back. So I thought I'd make that same decision, and all I did was just flip the boards around, did exactly the same. I put them all back, and I've got a nice level board ready to get the track on. So I really do need to sort of get a track plan put on here. I've got the buttons to put on the inside, and I've got the painting to do yet. But I don't think I can do that much more this week. So I'm going to wish you a very good evening or a very good rest of the day, and take care, and hope to see you on the next one. And if you want to see a cost breakdown, I'll put that in the description. Okay then, take care.